It was the way she held her head high, despite the exhaustion dragging at her paws, that stopped me in my tracks. She was a scruffy, medium-sized dog with fur matted by the elements, looking like a discarded rag doll. But in her mouth, she carried a treasure. She was gently, firmly clamping the scruff of a tiny puppy, carrying him through the unforgiving streets as if he were the last hope on earth. My name is Eleanor, and I have seen many strays, but the sight of this mother whom I later named Hope pierced my heart. She was wandering aimlessly, her eyes darting with fear and desperation, looking for a sanctuary that seemed to not exist. I immediately stopped what I was doing. My instinct was to rush in, to scoop them up, but I knew the fragility of trust. I approached slowly, offering a soft sound of reassurance, a hand extended not to grab, but to offer peace. But fear is a powerful instinct. Upon seeing me, her body tense, she adjusted her grip on her baby and turned away. She trotted off, disappearing around a corner, rejecting my offer. I stood there, feeling a hollow ache in my chest, worried that I had lost them to the cold night. I returned to my porch, my heart heavy, thinking of the dangers awaiting a mother so depleted and a puppy so small. However, fate has a way of rewarding patience. Perhaps 20 minutes later, a miracle occurred. I heard a faint scratching sound near the gate. I looked up, and there she was. Hope had returned. But she had not just returned. She had made a decision. She walked straight towards me, her legs trembling, and gently placed the puppy Tiny at my feet. She looked up at me with eyes that were no longer wild with fear, but heavy with surrender. It was as if she was saying, I can no longer carry him alone. Please, help us. I did not hesitate. I ushered them inside, closing the door against the harsh world outside. The warmth of the house seemed to embrace them instantly. My first priority was a medical assessment. I gently examined Tiny. Miraculously, he was in good health, round-bellied and bright-eyed, a testament to his mother's sacrifice. She had given him everything she had. Hope, on the other hand, was a different story. She was skeletal under that fluffy fur. Her gums were pale, and when I checked her belly, I realized the tragedy of her condition. She was dry. Starvation had taken her milk. She had been nursing her son on the very reserves of her own life force, and now, she had nothing left to give. I immediately set to work. I prepared a warm, soft bed with thick blankets in the corner of the living room, near the heater. I cooked a high-calorie meal for Hope: warm broth, high-quality meat, and puppy formula to boost her calcium. She ate with a voracious intensity that brought tears to my eyes, yet she paused every few seconds to lick Tiny, checking that he was still safe. As Hope ate and rested, regaining her strength hour by hour, I faced a unique situation. I already shared my home with another puppy, a boisterous little soul named Barnaby, who was about the same age as Tiny. Barnaby was a happy, well-fed pup, but he missed the presence of a mother figure. Over the next few days, as good food and safety worked their magic, Hope's milk returned. And this is where the true beauty of her spirit shone through. She did not just nurse Tiny. When Barnaby, curious and clumsy, waddled over to the nesting area, I held my breath, worried she might be protective. Instead, Hope nudged him gently with her nose. She lay on her side, inviting both the rescued Tiny and my own Barnaby to feed. It was a scene of pure, unadulterated love. There she was, a dog who had nothing just days ago, now playing mother to two puppies. She nursed them both, cleaned them both, and let them tumble over her tired body. It was convenient, yes, but more than that, it was a healing circle. Barnaby gained a mother, Tiny gained a brother, and Hope gained a family. Life settled into a beautiful rhythm. The house was filled with the sounds of tiny paws and happy yips. Since winter was approaching, I decided they needed more than just food. They needed to be warm in every sense. I bought soft, knitted sweaters for the puppies, a blue one for Barnaby and a red one for Tiny. For Hope, I bought a warm, lined coat for our garden walks. Watching them now, playing in the yard, is the greatest reward. Hope sits on the porch, her coat now shiny and brushed, watching the two puppies wrestle in the grass. She is no longer the desperate creature carrying her world in her mouth. She is a queen in her own kingdom, safe, loved, and surrounded by the family she fought so hard to save. She taught me that trust is a choice, and when given a chance, love can expand to encompass us all.